Welcome to another video, presenting some differences between all the jobs available in Final Fantasy XIV. This time starring the very master of versatility, verbally called the Red Mage. In contrast to my previous videos, this series shall feature the gritty details of those jobs and what makes them shine and outperform others in certain scenarios or with certain features. But as the balancing is perfectly fine in this game, and if you already found the most enjoyable and perfect job for yourself, then this shall not derive you from the path of enjoying it. Nonetheless, the first argument for Red Mage is kinda the same like it is for the Summoner, a true fighter against wipes. A Summoner and Red Mage are the only jobs in-game that are able to raise people except healing jobs. This can become super helpful and a game changer to your progress situation, or for any sort of casual content. Like mentioned in the Summoner video already, most hardcore raiders, pro players and especially speedrunners don't use raising potential from DPS jobs, as this causes damage and death should be avoided anyways. Still, for all other sorts of content or group constellation, it's a blast, and I have experienced many situations where a group was standing on the brink of annihilation and a Red Mage or Summoner could make the difference.
I do not have swift.
Are you hardcasting
Why not
race?
kill yourself
Instead
then?
Dual
Oh yeah!
What the fuck? What the fucking Red Mage is this?
Yo, imagine boy!
Do you have Dualcast?
Above that, and another strong argument is the super flexibility of Red Mage due to its dual cast ability, which simply makes each of your casts you use after a hard cast spell turn into an instant cast, which always lets you move during the global cooldown caused by your dual cast spell. So you kinda have a movability at least all 2.5 seconds for about 2.5 seconds, not counting in lag and delay and spell speed. Basically this means, and when timed correctly, you're able to deal with all sorts of AoE and raid mechanics with ease, and without worrying about your rotation. Furthermore, your melee rotation, which doesn't require any form of positional accuracy like it does with other jobs, will also grant you up to 10 seconds of flexibility with your 3 melee swings and the 2 big instant casts that follow after. That directly brings us to another aspect that is very unique to the Red Mage, namely its special difference that makes it stand out against the other 2 casters, featuring a melee sequence and some AoE melee attacks that really produce a brilliant feeling of being partly melee fighter and partly caster. And the best thing about it is how you get there, being designed as a clear and climatic rise to a form of a highlight, not even from the damage aspect but also from the feeling of using it. I guess if you ask any Red Mage, the melee rotation just feels insanely satisfying, especially when you're having some luck with critical direct hits that are blown into your target. And not only that the melee hits are very fast, but the direct follow up 2 big instant casts with insane damage potential and dang cool animations. I don't know if you have ever taken a closer look to this detail, but the animation of Scourge is extraordinary, as your character will crumble and rumble to get out this last blast of climatic satisfaction. We're not going to take this any further, but guys, I truly believe this has something magical, when not already something sexual. But let us hop over to the next point before digging any deeper. What about that skill floor and skill ceiling topic on the Red Mage? To be completely honest with you, I do think that the Red Mage is the easiest and most comfortable job to start with. As soon as you get over to the point that casting a 5 seconds long Ver Thunder or Ver Arrow doesn't make much sense during combat, and that you should use them for your dual cast procs, and that balancing mana is really not a big deal as you're not constantly going for one side alone. Then you have reached the basic functionality and awareness and how to perform solid DPS numbers. For example, the opener is kinda tricky and contains some serious failure potential, especially when your tank is not performing a countdown or not sticking to it. But even when you're starting out with Jolt 2 instead, things won't turn out as a disaster and you can easily return to a solid DPS output after a while. If you haven't played a casting job yet, maybe coming from melee jobs or anything that is way less stationary, the Red Mage really is a good job that also comes with tons of utility spells, group support and really strong overall damage output. Besides, I personally do think that it's actually very difficult to not deal proper damage as a Red Mage, and the learning and teaching process is one of the best among all jobs you're getting, introduced to your rotation step by step, and guys, to be honest, hardcasting a 5 second long spell which offers 370 potency, while your 2.5 second cast offers 310, yeah, you should get that by yourself, I guess. And before coming to the last point, the AoE game of a Red Mage is fire as well. When you stack up all your mana and prepare a heavy burst of enchanted Moulinet, enemies are getting devastated and your DPS is pushed heavensward. Still, the most unique trait of the Red Mage when compared against other DPS jobs is Vercure. Vercure is the only real and spammable healing ability that a DPS job has access to. Yeah, self-healing and some light dancer abilities should not be neglected, but if you find yourself in a situation where everything becomes a clear mess and your healers may have died or need to recover MP or anything, the Red Mage could actually heal one target up like a healer would. I know, the situations where this is required are definitely limited, and for not sacrificing your damage output you should always avoid using this spell mindlessly, but you have it and you have it for a reason. In my opinion, this reason is that you're one of the strongest DPS jobs when it comes to solo content. For example, you can do some old raids or extreme trials or primals as a Red Mage that a Summoner or Black Mage would never think about doing. Especially when you're talking about anything where constant damage cannot be avoided, the Red Mage is the only job that can compete against tanks or healers with its natural healing ability. That of course does a great job when doing open world content or similar content like Bozja or Eureka, where your party has forgotten to invite a healer and the raid-wide AoE is just about to finish your war efforts. I bet you will be happy to have Red Mage around, and that at least can raise you after dying to multiple laser beams and other stuff. There had been a reason why Red Mages turned into Res Mages in Eureka.
Okay, I think I'm certainly dead right now. No? Yes. Damn it. Critical disengagement.
But like it is with all other jobs, even the Red Mage has some weak spots, but all of those are not game breaking and can be compensated easily. First and foremost, you cannot start as a Red Mage directly, but you have to level up until level 50. So even if this video hyped you up to play this Vermillion Verge of Versatility, you have to start with another job first to level it up to 50 and then switch over to the Red Mage. And here you could be overwhelmed by many spells that you have access to directly, which can lead to Thunder hardcasting verdicts that you should avoid at all costs and only stick to your 5 seconds cast before the fight starts or by proccing Dualcast before that. But fear not, by a short but close look into your spellbook, the idea of abilities and rotation on level 50 gets super straightforward and makes much sense once you get started using it in combat. And if there's still something you don't understand with it, check out my True Beginners video where I go through each spell after another, where it's actually difficult to miss the point of the job. And if you want all the details about those spells, also check out Wesk Alba's wonderful guides, both found in the description. Last but not least, a personal disadvantage can be observed in the exact same open world content, namely that you have to go into melee combat to fulfill your rotation properly, and that can really lead to your character being dead in no time. I definitely remember the start of Eureka, where I always wanted to be helpful and raise people around myself. I used to die to those cleaves or circle swing attacks from enemies when I needed to start my melee rotation, which of course Summoner or Black Mage don't need to take care of. But this again can be solved by actually knowing what enemies are doing, and I guess I'm an idiot that cannot remember boss mechanics properly, and this is a very rare issue happening to people like me that don't deserve this job anyway. Because whatever advantage or disadvantage you may find in the Red Mage, it is indeed a powerhouse of versatility, comfort, and its enjoyable combat style definitely seeks for competition. Which means it will remain my second choice for jobs when I'm bored of the Summoner. But what do you think? I hope this video helped you with your verdict, trying out this job at least for dominating low level or open world content and looking like the coolest person around with a truly satisfying rotation. Check out the guides in the description to learn more about the Red Mage, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.